I think he's made the adjustment because he's looking in here.
Slowly hit. Bumgarner is going to grab it, flip it to Belt, and they got him. And that's a great play by Belt. And Bumgarner says something to Puig, and now we go. And I've not seen bullpens run this fast in my life.
Well, there's about 70 ball players out there. I mean, this is just inevitable. It's going to happen someday between Puig and Bumgarner. Great play right there. I mean, that was great. And then Bum looking at Puig, Puig looking at Bumgarner, and then this maybe just a bad look.
Yeah, I said, don't look at me.
Don't look at me.
I don't want you to look at me.
Don't make eye contact.
Oh boy, boys will be boys. Hey, be careful with the coaches. They're the old guys.
Watson home with a 1-1 pitch that Puig fouls back. His reaction tells you he thinks he had one to hit there.
It was a high breaking ball that was kind of up and flat.
Uh-oh. Puig and Hundley coming together. Hundley shoves him. Puig returns the ball, and the bench is clear. Now it's George Lombard and Nick Hundley. Bob Guerin restraining Yasiel Puig. The bullpens have joined the picture. So Hundley started the conversation. And Hundley, it was actually Puig that delivered the first push. No surprise, Yasiel Puig's been thrown out of the game.
And hits Puig, and that'll open up the old can of worms. Not that it's intentional, but trying to get the inside part of the plate with a history between these two clubs. Now Adrian Gonzalez and Yadier Molina at home plate are getting into it. Adrian Gonzalez and Molina have to be separated by the home plate umpire.
Somebody better grab Puig and keep him out of there because he's coming at it too.
I mean, it would be hard to believe. Here's how it started when we went to the replay of the hit by pitch. Adrian Gonzalez and Yadier Molina got into it. If there's no history, and there is, if there's no history between these two, that's a hit by pitch in a 1-0 game in the third inning of game 1 of the.
Buckle up.
Swing and a miss. It was not a strike until Puig swung at it, and evidently Yasiel Puig doesn't like a closer celebrating a save.
Coda Glover gets it done, and Puig is going out to the mound. Glover's thrown his hat down. Puig shouting at Glover, who says, "Come on, let's go." And the benches have emptied here at the end of the game. But it looks like cooler heads will prevail.
Whoa. So Puig is hit by the pitch. In watching what they're doing, it might have hit his nose. His eyes are watering. Ian Kennedy this year, wow, he has been a little wild. He's hit 7 batters. So the crowd sees him put the helmet on, and he goes to first. And did that hit him? I think it went behind him and hit him. Oh, wow. Don Baylor out there. Ian Kennedy. That's Kirk Gibson, who is really ticked off. Hitter, but he has grounded out and popped a bunt up. And he is hit. And I think Kennedy's thrown out of the game. Wow. Holy mackerel. And now they're liable to get angry after that. Uribe is mixing it up a little bit. He's in the middle. That's Belisario went down on one knee. Restrained. It looked like he and Baylor were having some words. Now there's about a little more ready to erupt. Puig is right there. There is Puig hollering at anybody who'll listen, even those who won't. Remember, he was hit in the nose earlier. Now they're pulling.
You're right. He's in a kayak. Uh-oh. You knew this was coming. You knew it was coming when he stood there and watched it, and now a warning's going to be issued. You made reference to it at the time. Yep. And maybe it's more permissive in baseball today, but there's some guys that aren't going to go for it, and here we go.
Well, David Bell is hot.
Boy, is he hot. He is really hot. And some of the great all-time brawls in the history of baseball have occurred between these two teams. And Yasiel Puig is livid down there. Tanner Roark in the middle of that. Looks like some Pirate has lost his hat. And Stephen Brault from the bullpen sprinting in. There's somebody really upset. I don't know who that player is that lost his hat, but he is some kind of bent out of shape down there. And look at Turner Ward.
That looks like Keone Kela. And it was kind of funny how it unfolded right there, because as soon as the warning was issued to Chris Archer, David Bell came sprinting out of the dugout, presumably either to argue that Archer should have been ejected from the game without a warning, or why did you issue a warning and all it does is hurt us because we have no chance for retaliation.
Well, it's the first time we've seen this temper of David Bell, who's been very mild-mannered.
And then Archer kind of made a couple of steps towards Dietrich. And that's when the benches began to empty.
That'd be a bad day for Archer running into Dietrich. That'd be a very bad day. And now Puig was held back for a while there, and he escapes a hold of Cabrera and Votto, and he's trying to find Archer.
This is not going to end well for anybody out there, because Major League Baseball really frowns on this. Puig, by coming back into the pile like that, is not doing himself any good when it comes to playing time, because the league is going to take a hard look and they may throw a suspension on him.
Of course, one of the most legendary fights occurred between these two teams in 1974. That was the time that Pedro Borbón bit a member of the Pirates.
Conversation going on right now, and Garrett is hot. And now there's some serious chirping coming from the Pirates dugout. And now Garrett's on his way to the dugout, and here we go. Oh! Garrett goes in there punching. This is not a good scene at all.
I don't know who he went after, but he got in there, and he is right in the middle of it.
Oh, my goodness.
And Amir Garrett is outnumbered, and here we go. Both sides have cleared.
I mean, Amir Garrett went straight to the dugout and threw a haymaker at somebody, and this is a real brawl. I mean, there are guys swinging left and right down there in front of that dugout.
There's about 3 different piles right now, one right in front of the dugout, one off the right, and one to the left.
You can feel it brewing and brewing and brewing, and I'm not sure the umpires are going to be able to break up this one.
Well, they're going to have to look back on this. There's David Bell, who came back out of the clubhouse, going after Clint Hurdle, evidently.
Bell having words with Hurdle.
David Bell has come back out of the Reds dugout, and he's having to be restrained.
Bell is going after Clint Hurdle.
Yes, he is
upset.
He is.
That's the second manager this year that has gone after Clint Hurdle. First it was Joe Madden, and now it is David Bell.
Garrett went flying towards the Pirates dugout and went throwing punches. A certain suspension for him. David Bell, who had already been ejected from this game, out of the dugout, trying to get to Clint Hurdle. And they got to separate these two teams somehow, because this is not going to stop.
That's Sonny Gray and Chris Archer. I think he hit him on purpose.
All right, they're having to hold back Puig, Contreras, and Rizzo, as the players come trotting out from both dugouts and sprinting in from both bullpens. Puig has already been suspended once this year.
Well, you can hit Puig if you like. You better hope he doesn't get there. If he gets to the mound, there's not a pitcher in this league. He'll snap your neck.
Well, it's probably the case, but I think we all agree that when a batter gets hit, if they really want to go to the mound, they can get to the mound. See, right there, Puig really wants him. He can go get it. Yeah. But
I agree with
he doesn't want him. And I'm not suggesting he should go get him. I don't want anybody to misunderstand me here. But all the rest of this is just nonsense.
I remember sitting in that dugout with the Angels and got Puig again.
Puig gets hit again. And certainly he's not trying to throw at Puig to load the bases up here. That doesn't make it feel any better if you're Puig. And he's moving gingerly down the first baseline. Terry Francona is out to check on him. And at the same time, it gives him a chance to give a piece of his mind to Bill Welke. Puig and Suarez motioning at each other. And a nice job by Francona to escort him down to first. Now both bullpens are starting to enter the field, but 300 feet away things have calmed down. Look at that's it's comical.
I've never seen that before.
There's
where two teams are coming out in the same.
The gates open, but they're just standing there waiting.
They're just standing.
And it's September, so each bullpen's got like 14 guys in it, and now they will exchange pleasantries in the runway there. Puig safely to first.
Again, you've got to understand the circumstances here. This is a 21-year-old pitcher that probably